Alright YouTube, Random Ross here. So, as part of Monster Week, I'm doing top 10 lists of my favourite films with monsters in. Today I'm doing my top 10 favourite werewolf movies. So let's get this underway. My top 10 favourite werewolf movies. So let's start from number 10. At number 10 is 13 Hours. It's low budget and I think it's a B movie. It stars ex-Hollyoaks star, can't remember her name now, but I know I've seen her from Hollyoaks. 13 Hours, good werewolf movie. At number 9 it's Love Bite. A teenage boy discovers that there's a werewolf that's on the loose in his local town. And the wolf feeds off virgins, and he has to try and get laid, so the wolf won't eat him. It's a comedy horror. It's got a few good names in it. It's got Timothy Spall in it as a werewolf hunter. But yeah, it's a great film. Check that one out too. Number 8 is The Wolfman, 1942 original, starring Lon Chaney Jr. as Lawrence, who gets bitten or scratched by a werewolf and transforms into one. And a werewolf can basically be anything from a monster with a body of a man and head of a wolf, or a wolf-like creature in the face. Okay, so next at number 7 it is The Howling, starring Dee Wallace, 1981. Patrick, what's his name? I can't remember his name either. Great werewolf film. A couple go out on a retreat weekend away, and they get caught up in this whole wolf pack who are fierce lycans, and they're not good, I can tell you that. But yeah, it's a good werewolf movie and you should check it out. At number 6 it is Cursed. Now this is a Wes Craven movie, and I recently did I think the last top 10 list I did was my top 10 Wes Craven movies. If you want to see that, I'll pop a link for it in the description. So yeah, it's Christina Ricci and Jesse Eisenberg play two siblings who got attacked by what they thought was a wild dog, but it was a werewolf, and they have to find out who the wolf is who cursed them, and they slowly start transforming into werewolves throughout the film. Okay, next it is number 5. So number 10, 13 Hours. Number 8, Wolfman, 1942. Number 7, The Howling. Number 6, Cursed. Number 5 is Ginger Snaps. Starring one of my favourite scream queens, Catherine Isabelle. Catherine Isabelle plays a young girl called Ginger who's going through puberty and, a very slow werewolf transformation throughout the film. And she does transform into one at the end. The werewolf isn't exactly as I hoped it would be, but still I enjoyed the film, and they made a trilogy out of it. They made Ginger Snaps 2. Catherine Isabelle is in it, but she's a ghost, and it mainly focuses on her sister Bridget. Also has in the second one Orphan Black's Tatiana Maslany, who's a great actress, and I like her. Then they made the prequel Ginger Snaps: The Beginning. But yeah, Ginger Snaps, that is in my top 10. Number 4 it is Underworld: Rise of the Lycans, third installment and prequel to the Underworld films. It's the third installment of the Underworld trilogy, starring Michael Sheen and Bill Nighy. It just ties all the loose ends from the flashbacks we see in the first two, how the whole war between the vampires and the Lycans started. It's a great film, and if you like Underworld, you'll love the whole backstory of the war. Number 3, it is The Wolfman, the 2010 remake starring Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, Hugo Weaving and Emily Blunt. It's a remake and I thought it was quite good. A lot of people don't agree with it, but I liked it. You know, my personal opinion. All these are my films, are my opinion, so you don't have to agree with it. But I enjoyed it. I thought the effects for the Wolfman were a lot better than Lon Chaney, even though he did a good job in the original. Benicio del Toro also did a great job in the remake, and you should check that one out. Okay, so before I get number 2, it is number 2. You know, a lot of people would probably say it's a number 1, but in my opinion, just mine alone, it is An American Werewolf in London. It is a true classic. 2 Americans go hiking in the Yorkshire moors and they stumble across a strange village who have strange locals and tell them to stick to the road and beware the moors. And then one of the lads gets killed, the other one, David, gets scratched and he turns into a werewolf, and his friend comes back as a ghost to tell him he needs to kill himself before the change. He doesn't do it, you know, and he even transforms into a werewolf. And the second night, I think it is, the second, or is it the third night in the film, he transforms and he's trampling through London, killing people. In the end, they put him down. Spoiler alert there, sorry if you've not seen it. But it's a great werewolf movie, 1981. It's a true classic, it's something you'll want to see again and again. I think it created the modern werewolf transformation we have today, where their bones break and their skin tears and the whole body just completely slowly reforms itself. Michael Jackson loved that film so much that he wanted to be transformed into a werewolf in his Thriller video, which is an actual fact. Now, before I get to my number 1 pick, I just want to give out some honourable mentions to some werewolf films that weren't in my top 10, but they deserve a call out. So those are Underworld Evolution and Underworld Awakening, An American Werewolf in Paris, The Howling 2, also what else is there? Oh yeah, Bad Moon Rising. And Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is the only werewolf film I know of which is PG rated and family friendly. Michael J. Fox. They did a series too, but it's not really based on the film, I don't think. Anyway, Strippers versus Werewolves. I like that one too. We've had a cameo in it from Robert Englund. I can't think of anything else apart from to reveal my number 1 pick. So, at number 1, my number 1 werewolf movie is Dog Soldiers, starring Sean Pertwee, some other bloke and a load of other crazy geezers. It's an action-packed werewolf movie. So if you like action, you like werewolves and like British humour, then I would recommend this film. What it is some soldiers go out on a basic exercise in the Scottish Highlands, but then they get caught up with a pack of angry werewolves, and they make shelter in what is believed to be the wolves' lair, and then it turns into a whole big guns and shooting and stuff. But it has comic humour from the soldiers. That it's really funny. Some people won't see it funny, but if you like British, strong British humour, then I think you'll find it funny. I do. It's like the soldiers, they just stand there and they put up a fight against the werewolves. I just love the whole bit in the scene where one of the soldiers is fighting the wolves. He does put up a good fight and knocks its tooth out, but then he gets overpowered by the werewolf and he goes, "I hope I give you the shits, you fucking wimp." and spits at him and that. And then he comes outside to distract them, going, "Alright then, you bastard! Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough." It's just really balmy, and I love that film, Dog Soldiers. So that's my number one werewolf movie. What's your top 10 werewolf movies? You know, do you have a different opinion? Please leave a comment down below on what your top 10 werewolf movies would be. And yes, so if you like this video, then please give it a like. If you want to share, please feel free to share. Also, if you want to see more from me and more stuff I've got coming this week and this month, actually, you know, it's like going to be one big Halloween fest. I'm sure you've seen the Monster Files already with Dr. Freako. Tomorrow it'll be you know, the Monster Files again on vampires with Captain Skullhead. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see all that and more. And yeah, also I'm on social media, Facebook, Twitter. There's links to them in the description down below. Please click on them and like and follow me, and to stay updated on what I'm planning on this channel and what I get up to outside of YouTube. So yeah, so till next time, goodbye friends.